It's September 1st, 2013. I'm Chris, and this is a tour of my Bay State kitchen garden. Starting out here with a view of the butterfly bush, which has been great this year, and it's got its secondary side shoots blooming now. Helps with the beneficial insects. Hi, Saul! Here's the butternut squash bed, and we've got some enormous Waltham butternut in here, turning buff-colored and about ready to pick. Raspberries still producing. This is heritage, and there's still lots of fruit left to come. These are the young, just forming fruit. Here we have moonflower and 4 o'clocks grown from seed. And down here, a spaghetti squash is forming. Romano pole beans. And over here, Roma tomatoes. There's a ripe one that just fell on the ground. I'm going to have to grab that. Benning's green tint patty pan squash. There's a big one. They stay tender when big. I need to pick that though. A late view of the asparagus bed. Here we go, the trombone squash, turning around the second corner around the fenced bed, which is 20 feet on the side, so it's quite long. Here we have Scarlet Emperor, which I wrote about in the blog recently. There's some nice beans. And moonflower. They're kind of twined together, the Scarlet Emperor pole beans, or I should say runner beans, the moonflowers, and third plant twined together, of course, is the trombone squash. They're not really choking each other. I've been monitoring. They seem to be doing well, sharing the fence together. Lots of moonflowers this evening. Heading into the main fenced bed, where there are more pole beans. Good crop of basil. More Roma tomatoes, nasturtiums. This bed I just took out some beans that were done, and it's going to be spinach for the fall. Getting excellent pepper production, Hungarian wax peppers. I have begun pickling them. It's an amaranth, about 10 feet tall now. And I have planted some later beans. Here's another pole bean just starting that will be good for production in late September. Sharing the bed with more tomatoes. Oh, I got to get in there and get that one. That's totally ripe. And a late crop of Carson bush beans here. Starting to form some little ones. Swiss chard. Sun Gold cherry tomatoes. Those actually self-sowed from last year. Another bed that is going to be for fall greens production. And over here, got some kale coming up for the fall that I seeded a couple weeks ago. Many more tomatoes. And this is my Malabar spinach, which is a tropical spinach-like green. And it's just spreading out widely. It's beautiful and green and ornamental and tasty. First year I've grown that, I'm really enjoying it. Self-sown. Now that temps have started to drop off, these seeds were in here for 4 months, and these sweet peas are now sprouting and super fragrant. Heading back out of the garden. Where the cleome that I've grown from my own seeds every year are still blooming, and they've been attracting, along with a lot of the other late tubular flowers, lots of hummingbirds. That's a tour of my Bay State kitchen garden, and it's September 1st, 2013.